Welcome back to season 3 of the Cousin
Connection podcast. If you guys are new here, let's just reintroduce ourselves because we're now on to season 3, which is crazy.
Well, not much has changed, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're still continuing the episode sequences. Okay. We're just throwing the season out there for formality, tracking purposes, as we said before. I'm your host number 1. What was that?
I don't know.
Go check it out.
What the hell is that? It wouldn't be a season 3 opener if we didn't have interruption at the end. I feel like that's like a normal thing at this point.
Should we just do it again?
What?
The intro?
Okay,
fine. We'll go back to where we were before we were interrupted. But I was introducing ourselves. So I am your co-host, Sarah Lee.
I'm Amir. Why is this so awkward?
It's like, you need to edit crickets after that.
Exactly.
So like, I'm Amir.
Oh my god. Let's get some energy back in here, okay?
I know, right?
We gotta like brush off the, what do you call it again? The cobwebs?
Yeah, I feel like we opened this door and we opened this room and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Even though it's only been literally like a week or 2 weeks.
2 weeks, but it feels like it's been, you know what it is? I feel like you and I haven't recorded together consecutively for such a long time because we've had so many guests on, you know, which shout out to all of our guests. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, I think we had like back-to-back episodes where we had guests, right?
3 actually.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
We had Khalid, Rania, Khalid.
So it's been like more than a month where we've actually had like technically we also have an audience member, Nabat.
She's
again.
our producer. She's at this point where we're just gonna self-claim her as our producer.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, so I'll add you on then, but I'm not putting the whole mouth thing I did last time on those episodes. Okay. If you have something to say, you got to get a mic.
People loved that.
What?
Her little mouth moving?
No, you know how much work that was?
I know. You should have just saved it.
Guys, that literally took me...
It.
What?
Saved the animation.
No, I did. But like, I don't know why I went overboard, but I literally made the animation only move when she talked. When Nabat talked.
Honestly, I was so impressed.
Nah, man. I was annoyed. I was like, why? Like, I started and like halfway through, I was like, I shouldn't have even started this. But like, you know, when you've already like gone so far, you're like, I might as well just continue. What?
It's like my video editing.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. We were literally talking about that before this. Where you've like, it's like, even though you know there's an easier way of doing it, it's like, you've already like gone so far in this one method. Just continue and push through. Yeah. And then you feel more accomplished at the end.
Isn't that crazy though? Like how much work goes into editing TikToks? They're so short, but you can spend hours just editing one video.
There are some like TikTokers out there who I'm like, these guys are like, you can, even if they weren't TikTokers, they could be professional editors.
Wow.
Like there's one guy that I follow called Wisdom. He's like a stylist / like fashion guy.
You follow someone in fashion?
But no, because his style, he's a stylist. He's not like a everyday fashion or everyday wear kind of guy. Like he makes outfits, like outfits that, or not outfits, because outfits are things that you wear outside. But what are things that, you know, these things you see on the runway? What do you call those?
Like high-end brands?
Yeah,
like
not high-end, not only high-end brands, but like the style inspo. Yeah, like that kind of thing, right? Okay. So he does a lot of crazy, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm not sure, but like let's just say, okay, besides that, his editing is crazy on there. Like I look to inspiration for that when it comes to editing.
Does he have like a whole cinematic experience with
like he does the slow motion, the crazy transitions, zoom in, zoom outs. You should search up Wisdom. I think it's like I'll show you it up later. Yeah. But what were we getting on? Oh yeah, editing and all that stuff. So that gives you a little bit of insight into like the choices we make when editing. And in one of my inspirations for editing, outside of Random Order, which I've talked about, or For Your All Entertainment, which I think they've actually changed their name, but I can't remember what their new name is. I think it's now Random Order is their podcast.
Oh, the guys?
But, I think it's just Train Richard at this point.
No, isn't it 4YE now?
Oh, yeah, 4YE. Yeah. Even though that still stands for For Your Entertainment.
Yeah, but now they just go by the acronym, I think.
Yeah.
Which, anyways.
I don't know, yeah.
Before we get into this episode, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification, because sometimes I feel like you guys don't know when we upload. So if you hit the little bell, it'll tell you. and we are so close. I don't know if we've hit 2,000 subscribers yet, but that was our goal, and we
didn't really push for it because he kind of got
we're gonna update
held
you guys
up in the past couple weeks.
Yeah, but I think let's see what we're at. Live reaction. Okay, we are about 30 subscribers away from 2,000, so hopefully by the time this video
one of those out, if you want to be one of those 30 people to get us past, I don't know, what should we say?
You can be the under 2000s club.
Under exactly. Yeah. You can say you saw us before we blew up. You know?
I mean, we'll see if that happens.
Wait, what do you mean? We're gonna blow up, inshallah. Okay.
inshallah.
So just to give you guys an update on what's been happening for the past 2 weeks. So first off, I want to say thank you to everyone. I don't remember if everyone remembers, like a few weeks ago or maybe a month and a half ago.
Maybe like a month and a half.
A month and a half ago, we had a fundraiser for my aunt who had gone to a serious crash back in Ethiopia. And alhamdulillah, we were able to get enough money to bring her back to Canada and like give her some proper medical attention. But unfortunately, as things go, she did pass away. And we were kind of like going through that for the past week and a half or so. You guys were kind of like, so for me, like I don't know how to even get into it, but like, we've been taking care of her for the past 2 months and like going every day, seeing her, making sure that she's good because she was in a coma the whole time, and making sure she was as comfortable as possible. What?
Yeah, she told me my hijab was messed up.
Oh, shoot. It's all good. But yeah, so we had at least 2 months with her. So when unfortunately she did pass away, like I think there was some type of like solace that we could take in that. Because what reason I'm saying that is because at the actual funeral, Sarah was getting on me. She's like, "Why aren't you all like broken up and like crying and like?"
Let me explain.
What? Okay, go ahead.
But before I explain, just want to thank everyone who reached out to. Like, I'll just thank them on your behalf.
Yeah, I'm really bad at thanking people. I'm like kind of just getting into, I don't know how to talk about this stuff.
For everyone who messaged us personally, Amir, myself, Aisha, our other cousins, we really appreciate all of your well wishes, condolences, dua. Like, may Allah reward you all for your dua. It's like, thank you so much. I think knowing that we have like a community of support and knowing that all these people are praying for her meant a lot. But no, I wasn't getting at you for not crying because I know everyone processes differently and grieves differently. I was just like, are you okay? Because you were so like, you're always like the runner. Like, I feel like you didn't even breathe that weekend. Like, you were just on your feet 24/7. So I was like, are you okay? Yeah. Like, you know me. I'm a crier for like literally everything. And I'm not trying to downplay my feelings for that weekend either. But like, I just looked at you and I was like, wow, if I was him, I'd be like crying while loading up the car or something, you know?
No, like, I think even I was sort of surprised. I thought it would be more like destroyed or sad from it. But like, I think it's the way my brain was processing it. It was like you never want to see your family members suffer in any way, right? And when you see them in that state, you just want what's best for them. Yeah. And of course, Allah knows what's best. Yeah. And Allah is the most merciful. Yeah. So if this is what was destined to happen, what occurred, then I have to rely on Allah in that case. Oh, 100%. So I think that was like my mindset. That's what let me process it, because I had to realize like, okay, at least she's no longer suffering. As inshallah, she's in Jannah and has a high place in Jannah, and her grave is widened as much as possible. And at least she's at peace. At least that's how I processed it in my mind. Yeah. And that's how I kind of like not got over it, but like how I chose to kind of see the situation.
And that's fine. Like
and I think it would have been, sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's okay.
I think I would have probably been more destroyed if it was like sudden and like unexpected, like out of nowhere. Yeah. But we were taking care of her for the past 2 months, right? So we had our time to grieve and like process the whole situation in that whole 2 or 3 months.
I don't know. I felt like, because I only went a couple times. I feel like the first time I went, like that one shook me. Yeah. Like I wasn't okay after that day. So I was like, I don't know if I don't want to go and then just be sad all the time and bring that like negative energy to the hospital. Yeah. But I did go the Sunday before she passed away, like last last Sunday.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I felt this like tiny little glimmer of hope. So when I did get the news, like, it just made me sad because I'm like, I don't want to remember her in this way.
Yeah.
Like, on one hand, I do get it. Like, she's not suffering anymore. Because honestly, like, Allahu Alam, if she felt the pain when she was in, like, even though she was in a coma, like, she had all those injuries. So I'm like, can she feel that?
Exactly.
Or not? Like, we don't know, right? So, like, all we can do is make dua and be patient. And honestly, like, we all know we're all going to die. Our time is already written. It's been written. So, yeah.
Alhamdulillah, I got to actually visit. I was there the night before.
Oh, okay, good.
So I got to visit her then, and so I think like that was also. What do you call it again?
Like, did you kind of like mentally prepare?
I was mentally preparing for
the entire time.
The entire time, right? Because you never know what's gonna happen. Of course, you always have hope.
Yeah.
But you always have to be prepared for whatever might happen or whatever might eventually happen or what the outcome might be. But yeah, also like I like to remember people by like the good times and all that stuff. Like I've been showing you guys a lot of the videos we had and stuff. Like for some people it might be hard for them to see that, but for me I see it as like a positive thing to see those things and like remember those memories that you had and all that stuff, because it's like we're not promised tomorrow. Like of course we lost our aunt, but like I couldn't be here. I could be not be here tomorrow, if that makes sense, right?
100%.
So you have to be grateful for the time that you did have, and realize that like everything that you have is a blessing and is only provided by Allah. Every experience you have, so you kind of have to take it as. Of course, it's okay to grieve and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think it's good to be grateful and understand that nothing is forever, like at least in this life.
Yeah.
And that we just have to make most of time with what we have here and now. Does that make sense?
I get you.
Yeah. That didn't grammatically make sense.
No, but I knew what you meant.
I think you know what I meant, right?
They know what you mean. The ones that listen or have listened up until this point, they're like, we get what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Make most of the time that you have. Yeah. But like, because I have that mentality of like, tomorrow's never promised. That's why like I hate goodbye. Don't you remember when we were leaving Ethiopia?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Was literally an emotional wreck.
You were done, man.
But that's always, you know what it is though? Like Ethiopia is not around the corner. And I feel like every time we see family, you don't know if you're going to see them again. And we have our grandma, mashallah, she's like 95 now, right?
Yeah.
Every time I see her, I'm like, I don't know if this is the last time I'm gonna see you.
Yeah.
So it always makes me so sad because.
But don't you feel like that ruins the time that you did have with them? Like I like to think, okay, at least I got to have the time with them. If this is what Allah provided me with if this is the time that Allah allowed me to have with them, then I'm gonna remember it as much as possible and cherish that as much as possible. I know it's still sad to leave them, but
yeah. I mean, no,
inshallah, you'll meet them in the next life.
I mean, inshallah, but like I'm grateful for the time that we have. But it's like it always happens, no matter what trip I'm on. When oh my God, I can't talk. When it involves family,
yeah.
Like when I know that my trip is coming to an end and I have like 3 days, I have this heavy feeling on my heart, and it just makes me really sad.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'm playing.
You're telling
me.
No,
I definitely like feel that.
You're just not a crier. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not a crier. Also, like I really do believe that inshallah, if anything were to happen to me or to them, that we will meet in the next life.
Yeah, inshallah.
And that like it's never really goodbye. You will inshallah see them in the future.
See you later, like in a couple thousand years.
Couple thousand years? How old do you think you're gonna be, bro?
I don't know.
Yeah.
See you soon, I guess.
Like inshallah, if you make it into Jannah in the next life, you're gonna have like the best. It's like
no, okay, I know, guys, but I don't know how long this life is. How long this dunya is gonna last. I don't know.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It could be 1,000 years. It could be. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but in your grave, you're not gonna be thinking about that. You're gonna be like, yo, I'm chilling right now, man. I got these nice these endless grassy fields.
Inshallah.
Got the angels providing me what I want.
May Allah illuminate our graves for us. I mean.
Yeah.
You're supposed to say I mean.
Sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, so that's where we have been. But we figured that this week we would kind of just, it's one of those episodes. We just talk about stuff.
Yeah. We had a couple things we want to talk about, but someone was
next week.
Okay, inshallah.
Okay.
Honestly, summer felt really quick this year.
It felt really long and really quick at the same time. Like
really?
We did so much.
Yeah. Like I can't remember everything that I did in the summer, but it feels like I did a lot, but not a lot at the same time. I don't know what it is. Cause like,
what did we do?
Huh? What did we do? Like the main things that come out to me are the cottage trip that we did. I went to Edmonton once.
I went to Mexico once.
You did Mexico, and I don't think we did anything else other than that. But the weird thing is that we probably did. We're just not remembering right now.
A lot of people came to town.
Yeah, I think it's because like people were coming to town too, entertaining people. Also, we're just getting older now to where like we're not really like in that lifestyle where you're kind of doing something every weekend. You're going out and what?
I mean, I am.
I mean, like we're doing things, but not like as much. Like before, I remember before we used to go out on weekdays. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how did we ever do this on a weekday?
Nabat and I went to a wedding yesterday, and by like 9:30,
why was there? First off, why was there a wedding on Thursday?
They weren't ethnic.
They look pretty ethnic.
They were. It's just 2020. There's a lot of weddings that got postponed.
Yeah. Oh, so they couldn't get a good date.
They couldn't get a weekend.
But it was in Burlington.
Burlington's basically Toronto at this point, man.
No, but because we left during peak rush hour, so it took us 2 hours to get there.
2 hours? Yeah. Why'd you guys leave during after work, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even do the CNE. And I feel like the CNE has been on like everybody's mind because it's the first time they've opened. We didn't do Wonderland.
Yeah, I feel
like Wonderland in years.
Yeah, we haven't. I literally haven't been like since they built Leviathan. I don't think.
Yes, you have. You've been on that.
I don't think I've been on Leviathan. By the way, Leviathan is like a ride that came out like 6-7 years ago.
Yes, you have.
Have I? Okay, maybe. Oh, okay, maybe that one. I just know that there's a few rides that I haven't seen yet.
But I heard all these like stories about people like getting stuck. I wouldn't want to go, to be honest.
Are you still scared of roller coasters?
Why'd you have to bring that up?
Are you?
Why are you shouting?
I'm not even shouting. I'm
like, why are you speaking so loud?
I can't remember if you got over it like I did.
Okay, you're literally being so loud right now.
What are you?
Yes.
Recorded?
Okay.
Yes. Did you actually?
I'm still scared of roller coasters.
So weren't you making fun of some people for being scared of going on rides at one point?
Listen.
Shout out to the Aussie guys.
They know who they are.
Y'all couldn't even last on the boat ride, man.
Oh my God. What ride was it? It was like something that they just like absolutely like we're not going on.
It was a boat ride.
No, we took them on there. No.
What is it about the boat ride? Everyone on like any boat ride I've ever been on, that one, like of all rides, even versus roller coasters, it's the worst one when it comes to like that gut feeling you get, like that weird.
I think it's because like
butterfly
the way that
thing.
It like zooms forward.
Because it like kicks it forward, so it's weird. It's basically like you're constantly going down a drop on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
and it just keeps repeating it.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Yeah,
but that year that we took them all to Wonderland, there was a roller coaster that they were like refused to go on.
Yeah.
So I totally do you remember that one? It's like a roller coaster without turns, the Italian job one.
Yeah. Well, it has all the turns and it goes like super fast.
There are no flips though.
Oh yeah.
I completely forgot that it goes super fast. I was like, oh guys, this one's so easy. Like, no turns, nothing. They're like, okay, cool. I feel bad to this day, okay? Because
that's such a tame ride.
The way they were screaming. I'm pretty sure like they
Please tell me you have video of this.
No, because I was like tears were streaming down my face from how hard I was crying. Yeah. Because I forgot to be like, guys, look forward, right? So everyone's like talking like this. Yeah. The ride just starts abruptly. They're like, what the beep? Yeah. Like screaming.
That ride is like, if you're not positioned in the right way, whatever position.
You didn't get whiplash?
No, whatever position you are when the ride starts, that's the position you are. Like, you're just like.
Yeah, you kind of just.
I remember it being super fast, and like it would have some jump parts where like your body feels like it's about to be whipped out of the seat. Yeah, that ride was fun.
They were really upset that I took them on that ride, and then they made me do go-karting.
Go-karting's so tame too.
And that was fine, but like they were so upset that
they were like, we have to do this, even though you're paying extra for it.
Yeah, but you know, I still feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've outgrown, like the only amusement park that I want to go to now is just Disneyland.
Well, shoot, there's one thing I was gonna mention. So you know what I feel like?
What?
I feel like when summer becomes like less important to you, you kind of leveled up in life.
Because you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want at any time of the year.
You guys hear this?
You know what I mean? Okay. I mean, when I say that, I mean like when you get to a level where you're like, you know what, I'll just travel somewhere instead, right? And you can do that all around the year. And you kind of level it. Because like, I don't feel... actually, no. I guess the weather is kind of a big plus.
The weather, I think, is really the only thing. But
you automatically, I think it's because of school and everything, you automatically think like in summer you think of that as a time to start traveling and like start planning things and doing things. But like, you can technically do it all year round. But in my head, I'm like, but then again, it's like it's just better to be outside in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're thinking about like outdoor activities, then you know, I can see why people are excited for summer because you're outside.
Yeah.
But in terms of travel, yeah, you're right. You can travel whenever you want. I don't think, and like if you go to other parts of the world, it could be summer while it's
and I guess more people have their weddings in the summer too. That's probably why it feels more like lively because more people are coming into the city. Okay, I just like canceled my whole last statement. Forget who was that guy. I don't even know who that was. You know, that guy did not know what he was talking about. I'm glad he knows better now.
You know what is coming up, though?
Don't remind me, Sarah.
It's literally in 4 days.
Honestly, like, it's weird how it's 4 days until my birthday.
The big 3-0.
The big 3-0. And, like, my body is just dying on me. Like I woke up. I got like a knee injury the other day doing squats, which I always do.
Yeah.
Like my shoulder has been acting up. I always have an issue with it, but it's just been acting up recently.
Your body's like the iPhone when a new one comes out.
Yeah.
The old ones start glitching. You're like, I swear this worked last week.
Honestly, it feels like something is like actively making me worse. I don't know. I got some software update that's really just messing with me right now. But like literally it doesn't like it almost feels like it's all happening at the same time, but I think it's just your mind being like, oh, you're turning 30. It's like that whole manifesting thing where you're like you're thinking about it too much, so you're actually creating more issues than really you correlate it to something that's happening in your life when really it's not correlated at all, or it's not related at all.
I think we have to steer away from thinking like, okay, I'm turning 30, I'm going to be old and my body's going to start to hurt now. If you keep thinking that, you're just kind of like...
But don't you start doing math in your head? You're like, okay, I'm turning 30 and I haven't gotten married yet.
Yeah.
So like if I get married, if I wait like 2 years until I get kids, I'll be like 34 by the time I actually have like kids.
You know how
there's a whole 9-month process and everything. And then you're like, by the time I'm like, they're like 20, I'm going to be like 55.
Yeah.
You know, like I
do that math.
You do that math too, right?
I'm like, when my kid's 25, I'm going to be like 56 or whatever. Like I'm doing the math in my head, you know? Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, my parents are going to be like 70 and 80, which is weird. Like if I do the math, because like they technically are 30 years older. So yeah, they would be like, if I was like 50, they'd be like 80, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Imagine us at 50. Isn't that weird?
What?
Imagine us at 50.
I feel like things are going to be like very different for ages. Like for when we get older, like older won't seem
older when we're that
anymore.
Age.
Yeah.
Like when I was 18 and I used to be like, I wonder what I'm going to be like. What's life going to be like when I'm 30?
But like, didn't you think of yourself like how you dressed, how you would look like that age?
Yeah,
but
I envisioned myself in like suits. I don't know why.
Yeah, but if you think about it now, like we won't look like what we used to imagine 50 and 60 would look like. Before I used to think like 50 and 60 would look like slacks and like a sweater,
like a cardigan.
Yeah, God, cardigan or something like that. Yeah.
Like just like how I'm dressed right now.
Yeah, literally what you're dressed. Put that on me, and that's what I would picture.
This is my Mr.
when I was
Rogers
50 or
fit.
60. But like honestly, that Mr. Rogers fit was kind of nice. You know, come back.
Fly.
I'm just saying.
It's a hipster look.
Yeah, but like, it would be weird because I feel like our styles will be very similar.
Well, you can't wear graphic tees at like 50 and 60. I don't think.
Why not? Can I wear a shirt like this at 50 or 60?
Maybe in the house.
No, I could wear it outside. Like, look at people like Kanye West. He's 50.
Kanye
or almost 50, I think.
No,
yeah. Okay. Look at people like Jay-Z. Jay-Z's.
But you can't compare to celebrities though, because they're.
I guess so. Yeah.
They have like fashion. A lot of them are fashion moguls or
I
billionaires.
Guess so. Yeah.
We are not. So. But I mean, I think this is fine. Mm-hmm. But I mean.
Well, style will be very different in the future too.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, I feel like the internet. We're in the age that like grew up with the internet, even though we were like when we were in our like developing years, there was technically no internet available to the masses, but we kind of did grow up with it in our teenage years.
Before that,
even before that,
we had internet as kids. It wasn't as common as it is now.
But I wonder how that'll affect us as like when we get older, when we're 50 or 60.
Yeah,
how we'll be different because of the internet. What?
I wouldn't say we had internet as kids.
We did though. It was just dial up.
I was pretty savvy. I was pretty like internet savvy as a kid.
No, like first of all, it's because we were kids and there weren't as many websites for us to really go to. So like, what did you do on the internet as a kid? You went to funnyjunk.com.
Yeah. And Neopets.
And Neopets.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's not the same internet as we know now.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying like there was internet. Like I feel like our first real taste at social media was like
MSN.
Habbo Hotel even.
MSN. Habbo Hotel, MSN.
Yeah.
MySpace or
I didn't use MySpace.
Wasn't there a site called like High Five or something? There was something like
High Five was before.
Oh, that was phones, wasn't it?
Something Penguins.
Oh, Club Penguin? No, that was later.
Yeah, that was like for the generation after us.
Yeah, like I kind of caught it right when it was
starting.
You
went on Club Penguin?
Like for a day.
What was that one that you and Gizman used to play? Yeah. Oh my God, the way you guys were obsessed with
Maple
that.
Story took over our lives. It wasn't only me. It was Gizman or Aisha. It was Iman, Murad. Like we were like our crew, because we had like pretty good computers, was like obsessed. Like
I never got into Maple Story, but Habbo Hotel was my jam.
Habbo Hotel too. We were obsessed with that. Like there was one point where I was jealous of Murad because he like was able to scrap up some money or maybe convince his dad to buy those like Habbo coin cards.
Yeah, and he had so much furniture.
Yeah, and he had like all this furniture.
He was like so popular.
And he was popular. He was like selling stuff. You like have like giveaways and stuff. You remember giveaway rooms? You'd go to people's rooms and you'd ask them for something. And they'll give you like a couch, and you're like, okay.
You have a random couch.
Yeah, your whole room will be full of couches.
I actually remember.
You remember that, right? And you try and trade it for something better, but like the only way you can get the good stuff is if you bought and like you dress up your character nicely.
Yeah.
Is if you bought like Habbo coins.
Oh my God, Habbo Hotel! What a time.
Yeah, that was a crazy time. And like even Maple Story, I think I put money into it once.
What's the premise of that?
That one's like it's an RPG, so you're like MMO RPG. It was a massive multiplayer online role playing game, and you're basically like choosing to be like magician, a warrior. What else is there? Magician, warrior, like the arrow people. What do you call it?
An archer.
Archer. There's like different classes like that, and then you can just level up, and you get like cool powers and magic powers and all that kind of stuff. So
that's it.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then you go kill enemies. You do quests. You go to like all parts of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was all 2D, and it was like pixel 2D. But weird. Like I think that style really like made it more accessible to everyone because it didn't require a lot of like computing power. So we were able to like play it without having to upgrade our computers in any way.
Isn't there a game that's really popular now that's like that?
That's like that?
Like 2D, like pixelated characters. What's it called?
2D pixelated characters?
Yeah, it's like
that's an MMO?
Like a really big one that like everybody plays. All the kids play it now. What's it called?
I don't think it's pixelated though.
What's it called?
You mean Minecraft?
Yeah.
Or Roblox?
No, Minecraft.
Minecraft has been around for a minute.
Yeah, but like, isn't that pixelated and stuff?
Yeah, it is pixelated, but it's not 2D. It's 3D.
Oh.
I remember. You know what's weird?
What?
I was one of the first people to buy Minecraft.
You bought it?
Like,
isn't it free?
Now it's free, but like when Minecraft first, because I told you when I'm internet savvy, I mean like I was on the internet early days, right?
Yeah.
And like I forget what year it was, like 2007. It was literally.
Was it when we were in high school?
Huh?
When we were in high school or before?
I think it was even before around high school. Yeah, because I had the money to buy it.
Is that the game that all the boys would play on the computer? The shooting game? And
no, that was Counter-Strike.
Oh.
Yeah. Because that one was easy because you could take a USB, just connect it to the computer, and everybody would have it. Yeah, we also all played that, and you can like someone would make a server in the school, and everyone would connect to that, and you could just play in a match together.
Kids
and we
are
just
so
do that
smart.
all day.
They would just connect all y'all?
Yeah, man.
Kids are so smart, man.
We had to be, man. Back then, like you had to be kind of creative. And because no one had like computers that can connect at home, so they just do it at school. But what was I talking about? There was that game that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Minecraft. Yeah, like when that first came out, or it was literally still in development, but you could buy like the early version of it.
Oh.
And it had like the very basic parts to it where like you just like can cut down trees and do like build a little house. And that's when I like I bought it and I just started playing it.
Is that what Minecraft is about?
Yeah. Well,
you
like
cut
Minecraft
trees and build houses?
Yeah, Minecraft is like it's a generated world where you're just thrown into it and you have to survive. That's all it is.
That's what's so popular.
Later on, they added a story to it where like you could you can work your way to like fighting a dragon in like another world. But that came much, much later. The initial version of it was literally just to survive. Because at nighttime, there were the zombies that would come out and like these things called creepers that would explode when they get near you.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it was a really fun game, even in its initial versions. It was very simple, but I liked it. I don't know. And then it just grew and blew up into something else. And to this day, I think I still have that. Like, even though I bought that, like I could still use that initial version I bought.
Is it on like a CD?
No. You just bought it on their site.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, but that was just crazy seeing that growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing I feel like I really missed out on. It's like when you get in early on something, and like there's a lot of people who saw it and like learned to capitalize on it, either by making content on it, making YouTube videos, or like making breakdowns or just different stuff. It's like I was so, you know how they say like playing games you won't really benefit from it. Like back at that point, if I like. I was watching people doing it, but I never thought to do it myself, and now I still kick myself in the head for that.
I thought you did, but we just laughed at you.
Oh yeah, I did do it, but that was like not related to gaming. It was more of just like general, like talking to the camera stuff.
I wish you still had the footage for that.
Never.
Maybe we can like contact someone that Gizman knows at YouTube.
I literally don't even know what the channel, the email that I used for that was called.
It's probably like the Omar Muhammad one.
No. It had to be a Gmail account, I think.
Was that a Hotmail?
Gmail.
I know that
Google.
That one though. Was that one a Hotmail?
Oh yeah, that was Hotmail. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who remembers Hotmail? But yeah,
Hotmail
so
was a thing.
Did we even talk about turning 30? We were talking about
we started
things in the past, right?
We started acknowledging it. We did get a DM actually.
What?
It's a little like dust bunny on my lip gloss. We did get a DM from one of our viewers asking if we would do like a 30 lessons by 30 like years, I guess. Or like what I would tell my 20-year-old self, or some sort of video like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we can. I mean, I wouldn't say that we have our lives all figured out. Like we're still just we're winging it.
There are things I can think of that would be good to know at an early age.
Let's save it for next.
But they're more like practical things, like things that you can set yourself up for.
Yeah.
So like you'll thank yourself 10 years later that you did it. So you hopefully won't have to, but it's more like practical, like you won't have to work in another 10 years if you did these things at a young age when you had the ability and the more risk.
Like get married.
More like risk averse. No, not get married.
For a girl.
No.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we can do that next week. We'll do that. But in other news,
long live the king.
You know what was stuck in my head when I found out that the queen died? The queen died.
Oh yeah, the queen died.
If you're living under a rock now, you know.
Yeah, Canada's in mourning right now, apparently.
You know did you ever watch Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
You know when the Wicked Witch gets crushed by the house?
Yeah.
And they're like, ding dong, the witch is dead.
You were thinking that?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we can talk about that. So, like, I don't really care much for the queen in that way. Like, whether she's dead or not, it's like, whatever. It doesn't affect me. But, like, my thing is, like, the reaction to it.
It's, okay. Listen.
When
I will never mock the death of someone.
Yeah.
Okay? I personally won't do it.
Yeah.
Even though I just sang ding dong, the witch is dead. But some of these, I actually have a couple screenshots because Iman was sending them from Twitter.
Yeah.
Amir, I have to read them to you.
It's never good to mock the death of anyone, by the way. Just saying, you know.
So we condone
especially
it.
if you're Muslim, I feel
I
like
mean, we don't condone it, or we do condone it?
We don't condone it.
We don't condone it.
Yeah. That was still a person at the end of the day, guys.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what their flaws or what they've done in their past.
Can I read you this?
What?
Okay. It says, Canadians might need like 3 weeks off from work with this recent news of the Queen. I'm literally shaking right now. And then they wrote, we're going to turn up. I mean, mourn at your crib when it's official. The next one says, Instagram is busy posting tributes to the Queen while Twitter is having an absolute field day.
Yo, the memes are like crazy on Twitter right now.
This one was bad. Like really bad. I don't know if I should read it.
Wait, let me see what that says. Is the bottom one here, right?
No. Read this first and then read that.
Oh, I saw this one. Yo, can I read that?
Yeah.
It says, what's crazy is they don't even have to cremate her for real. Just wrap her in some sheets, shake her up a few times, and boom, ashes. Okay, it's not good to mock the dead. I shouldn't have laughed. I should not have laughed, guys. It's very serious. There is someone who is dead at the end of the day. She had children, and she had grandchildren, okay? I'll make y'all feel bad, okay?
Do you follow Shade Room on Instagram?
But her family did take part in colonization of multiple states, and she was queen when they did give Palestine to the Israelis or to the Jewish people. So, you know, she's not, her hands are definitely not clean. Just saying.
Definitely not. But I have to show you. Because, you know, Shade Room, I feel like Shade Room has become a news outlet.
You know what annoyed, like, I didn't think that people would actually care to the point. I was watching a TikTok by you know Breakfast Club or Breakfast Television. So the host,
wait, Breakfast Club or Breakfast?
Breakfast Television,
like the Canadian.
BT, yeah, the Canadian one.
Okay,
on like in the morning or whatever.
Yeah,
one of the hosts like actually started crying. Like she started crying before they even knew she was dead. Like she started crying when they heard that she was sick and they're like currently monitoring her. And she's like, you know, she just means so much. She's like been through so much and all that kind of stuff. She's seen so much. And I'm like, come on, guys. Like, are we just going to ignore what they've done? Like,
I mean, but
are there people really that attached to the Queen?
I think that they, because honestly, like the Queen for Canada anyways, like the Queen...
We just see on all the money.
I feel like her title, the Queen, is just a formality. Like she really doesn't.
Yeah, for Canada, it's definitely a formality. Like she has no real power here.
Yeah,
we're just a Commonwealth, I guess. Like
I think you know what it is. I feel like the fascination with the royal family started in Princess Diana's era. Like, don't you remember? Like our parents loved her.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but they loved her so much, and I think, that's when like paparazzi was really big. Like the news outlets would always cover it, and so their fascination with the royal family, and I could be wrong, but like I feel like that's when it started.
Yeah.
And the Queen, like especially with social media, I feel like she was made out to seem so normal sometimes. Like she'd be photographed in like sweatpants or like driving her range, and they're like, oh, look
the Queen?
Yeah.
Really?
She used to drive.
I think it makes more sense for people to care more for Diana's death than the Queen.
Yeah.
Because Diana actually, like, wasn't she out there actually doing like helping people, or like she was doing philanthropic work? Like she was out there trying to help people and like being a part of the people and helping as many communities as she could. But I didn't see that with the Queen. Maybe I'm just ignorant to it, and like I just don't know. But did you see that?
I didn't really pay attention to her too much, and I just think she's just been alive for so long.
Yeah,
that I think people are like, oh my god, she died. Like she's on all of our money.
Yeah, which might change actually. I feel like all the money is going to change now to King Charles.
King Charles.
Yeah.
It won't?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know?
A lot of dead people on her.
No, but like the queen was on everything, and then those people were on the other side.
No.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
On the money.
Our paper, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have cash on you?
Amir.
Hold on.
The queen was on the $20 bill.
Only?
Yeah.
Oh.
Canadian.
But I feel like they're gonna have to change it. Like.
Oh yeah, you're right. She's only on the $20 bill.
She was a monarch for like 70 years. They're not gonna.
Okay.
That's her.
Our first prime minister is on like this $10.
John A. MacDonald.
Yeah, he's on the $10.
Who's the guy in the 50?
They put the other lady now.
Who's that? Who's this lady? Amir?
Oh, the black lady who.
Yeah.
Shoot.
What's
I
her
completely
name?
forgot the story now. Please search that story up. We have to. You know what? Let's showcase a positive black face in the Canadian community.
Harriet Tubman. Oh, the Canadian. So it's not Rosa Parks?
Okay, go to $10. I don't need to see this
It's
dude.
not Rosa Parks. She's from Halifax.
Viola Desmond. I know her name.
Born in Nova Scotia on July 6, 1914, she built her career as a beautician and businesswoman through her school, the Desmond School of Beauty Culture. Desmond was a mentor to young black women who were training at the school, and many of her graduates would go on to own venues where Desmond's beauty. So she was like a black entrepreneur. Back in the day.
I think there's a Netflix special about her actually. Like an
Really?
Yeah, hold on.
No, you're thinking about someone else.
What's that lady's name?
Viola Davis?
No, not Viola Davis.
The one who does hair.
Yeah, what's her name?
Is there another Viola?
CJ Walker. That's what it was.
CJ Walker.
Yeah. You never watched that
Who's
show?
CJ Walker?
Madam CJ Walker?
That's some girl stuff, man.
Oh my God. No, what do you mean? It's Black History.
What?
Amir, we're gonna watch it after this.
What did she do? Was she like a civil rights activist?
She was like the first like black million.
Oh, I remember seeing something about that.
Yeah.
Like she was in a video. I forget what it was.
There's like a what is it called? Like a TV adaptation.
What?
First female self-millionaire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Self-made millionaire.
Self-made millionaire, right?
Okay. But Viola Desmond.
It's
says,
close enough.
The teller at the theater refused to sell her floor seats, insisting that it was a whites-only section, and she would need to sit up at the balcony. She sat in the floor seat anyway, and was soon dragged out of the theater by the police. The legal fight that followed helped end segregation in Nova Scotia in 2010. In 2010, she was given an apology and a pardon.
45 years.
What's the matter after she died?
After she died?
Apologize to her family.
What's with these white people always like giving apologies and like confessing to like false accusations after the person's passed away? Like what happened with Emmett Till?
Yeah.
Like the lady on her deathbed was like, yeah, I lied about the whole thing. Even though everybody kind of knew.
I would have been
like she eventually like just said, oh yeah, I straight up lied. And people tried to prosecute her afterward, but like at this point, it's like
she's dying.
Yeah, she's literally dying.
Just pull the plug. Was she on life support?
I don't know about that.
No, I'm just kidding. She's actually on all the coins. The queen.
Yeah. See.
The back of all of our coins.
Yeah.
But cash, she's only on the $20 bill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this one, honestly, at the end of the day, the only way this affects us is that we might get a holiday from it. And I'm all for that.
I ain't complaining.
It's like a 1-year holiday, though. They're not going to make it annual.
What?
It's going to be a holiday till mourn her death.
And I bet you they're going to screw us over and they're going to make it government jobs only.
Like a Remembrance Day type of situation.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. We're already here complaining about it. It's very sad, guys. Someone died. Okay.
Oh, man. I wish, like, if you haven't already looked up the memes on Twitter and Instagram, like, just do yourself a favor and look
them up, guys.
It's entertaining. I literally wrote the wide range of emotions. LOL.
The wide range of like it's because of the reaction, right?
Yeah,
and we kind of talked about that. How some people were crying. Actually, I feel like a lot of people in Britain are actually like bummed out about this because you saw those crowds sometimes that like would come and visit the Queen and like see the Queen whenever she came out for like a Jubilee or whatever. Mm-hmm. And when she didn't make it out, I think this year for the Jubilee because she was feeling sick. like there were thousands of people waiting for her and like disappointed. So I'm sure those people are like broke up about it. But you know
what's crazy?
What?
Like, so like she lived. What is she? 97 now, I think. She died at 97, right? Pretty sure.
Who?
Huh? 96.
Who?
The Queen. How old is
Which
now?
Queen? Oh, her age. She's 96. Yeah, shit. I thought you were talking about the year.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
You know how you're like, which queen? One of the memes that I saw was like, I just told my mom that the Queen died. She goes, Latifah?
I saw a TikTok where they're like, Beyonce? Yeah, you saw that one? Give us 1 second, guys. We got to reset the cameras here. So I'll be back in just a second. What?
I lost my train of thought for what I was going to say about this.
Wide range of emotions. Jubilee. Queen. You said 96, 97.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. What I was going to say was that, do you really think Charles is going to be king for a long time?
How old is he? These guys like have the best doctors.
No, Amir, he looks like a corpse already. Have you seen him?
He's honestly, he looks better than Biden in my eyes.
No, he doesn't, Amir.
Biden is like out of what?
Biden's probably older than him.
Probably, honestly. Like Biden is like, when you hear him talk, you're like, how is this guy the president? Like,
He's literally a senior citizen. I don't know how he.
No, but like he legitimately like seems like he's an old senile man. And like I know a lot of like Republicans and stuff make the same jokes and stuff and like point that out, but like there's truth in it. It's like even though they're making it in a derogatory way to kind of show that like he shouldn't be in power and we should be in power, whatever, there's some truth to that.
Prince Charles is 73 years old. Biden is 79. He's turning 80.
I see Biden's literally older.
I'm telling you, turning 80?
Yeah.
How the hell did he's going to die before his term ends.
Yo, America, you need to fix your voting system.
Oh my God. Man. He's 80?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there like an age limit on...
There should be. There should be an age limit on not only the presidency, but like a limit on a term limit on like how long you can be in office in America and in Canada.
Isn't it 4 years?
No. I mean, as a senator, you can be a,
Their birthday is 6 days apart. They're both turning 74 and 80 this year.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. But he looks a little rough. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, there's a lot of inbreeding and all that kind of stuff. Like her husband was her cousin. I think like her first cousin.
Oh, no.
Or maybe her second cousin. I'm not sure.
The Queens?
The Queens, yeah. No. Check right now.
She's a royal family fanatic. She knows everything about them.
First cousins.
Okay.
What's their relation?
They're like distant.
Okay. With her cousin.
I thought he looked like this because of inbreeding.
I thought so.
Isn't she so cute?
Nah.
Has all her teeth. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you, they have the best doctors in the world probably taking care of that.
If our Ummah was white, she'd probably look like this too.
Low-key, yeah.
Yeah, look, Amir. He don't got that long.
Well, you know, bad angles. I don't know, but why am I defending him? Yeah, he definitely looks older.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? There was something I was saying.
You were saying.
Shoot. Now I'm forgetting. By the way, wasn't she like part of that whole like Angela Merkel stuff, where they kind of like kicked her and Harry out or whatever?
Who's Angela Merkel? Meghan Markle?
Meghan Markle, sorry.
Markle?
Huh?
Markle.
Yeah.
Meghan Markle.
What did I say?
Merkel?
Markle, same thing.
You actually called her Angela Markle.
Whatever. But her name, that girl.
But if you watched her Oprah special, Meghan said that the Queen was actually pretty nice to her. I think it was more from like this guy and his wife, Charles and his wife.
Yeah.
And look at her. She's fact checking me. Okay, what's the story then?
Yeah.
It's not the royal family. It's like the institution that they had an issue with. So the institution like basically runs the whole.
Yeah.
What's the institution?
Like their PR team.
Yeah, like they make the rules to everything, and then they hold the royal family accountable to those.
Like their assistants, managers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Certain things like you can do. Like they're the ones who like basically put it in force.
Okay.
So like and then these people, the royal family, will like follow everything they
Right.
So it's not so much that they had an issue with that's their family.
Yeah.
But they are so like strict on what to do, and then like if you're doing it wrong, you're like going against the family kind of thing.
You know what's crazy though? Because I feel like Meghan Markle, like a lot of people say that she gives Princess Diana vibes. Do you feel like what's her husband's name? Harry? Do you feel like he was totally on board for like leaving the royal family because he didn't want what happened to his mom to happen to his wife? Like he was afraid that maybe they'd get her killed?
I think he was just like, whatever my wife wants to do, I'll do it.
Happy wife, happy life vibes?
Yeah, exactly.
Is like so far down the line to become the king that I think he just wanted to live his life.
Yeah, he was literally, and he like, I don't think either of them liked doing the whole.
It's like Charles's other siblings. Like, do you ever hear of them?
No. He has siblings?
You need to watch The Crown, okay?
I'll get into it. I'm going to get into it.
But like, also, I feel like his brother kind of took the mantle of like doing all that traditional stuff, and I feel like his brother and his wife kind of like doing that traditional stuff.
You guys, I'm telling you, you have to watch The Crown.
I'm not gonna watch The Crown.
You will learn about
But I thought The Crown takes place like before they're even born.
Yeah, but it's the queen's life, which is when she becomes queen.
Yeah,
and you will, and like everything will start making sense.
But like, how much of that is real and like?
It's based on real. Like I would go and Google everything. Yeah, and it's like. You can see like historical.
Is that why it's so big?
It's honestly so interesting.
I feel like there's like 10 people in Canada watching it, and like everybody else is from Britain that's actually watching it.
Let's watch it.
And you're one of them. Really?
It's so good.
We'll watch it.
We'll think about it.
Have you heard of BeReal?
No.
So, okay. I feel like I'm not going to do a good job summarizing, so I'm literally going to just plagiarize and read it right off of Google.
I'm always like, I feel like if I haven't heard about it by now, it's not going to be big.
No, it is big.
I feel like I'm always like, ahead of the times. And like, I know what's going to be big. And like, I feel like I kind of like have a good like reading on what's going to be blowing up. So like, if I haven't heard about it by this point, it's like, it's not going to be a thing. Like Clubhouse.
Clubhouse was really big for a minute.
Clubhouse.
It was big.
I didn't get onto it.
No.
Just wait. Let me finish. I didn't get onto it. I made it seem like I wanted to, but you know what? I eventually chose not to because I knew that it was not long lasting. Okay.
First of all,
okay,
you didn't or you couldn't. Second,
I definitely could have.
Did you forget the lengths that you went through?
I did not go through any lengths to get on there.
Don't make me expose
I just happened to be in the room with you guys whenever you on it.
Don't make me expose you. You literally downloaded it on your mom's.
No, I didn't. No.
He literally downloaded it on his mom's phone.
1 second, okay? I did that because you guys told me to join something, okay? You guys told me specifically, Amir, come and join on this.
Because you were missing.
And then I literally didn't even use it.
Yeah,
the difference is that if Android people could join on it, they would have, and then it would have been bigger for longer.
Yeah. There were House Party was wrong app. Clubhouse.
See, I never gone House Party, and look at that, it failed.
Clubhouse though, it was a cultural reset because what else were you gonna do during COVID? People felt like, especially the extroverts, they needed that social interaction. Mm-hmm. It started off as just like, as the Aussies say, for shits and gigs.
Yeah.
And then people were having like full on like life courses. Like I will never forget that one day there was the quiet room. Amir.
What?
So it was around the time that the app Clubhouse was finally available in the Asian countries. Mm-hmm. There were hundreds of people in this quiet room.
Yes, I remember you told me about this. Yeah.
And the idea of a quiet room was just like knowing that 1,000 other people are also in the same room.
And their mics are on, but they're quiet.
Were they on or off? I can't remember. But no, there's no sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Some delinquents.
First off, that's such a weird concept for a room.
I know. But then these people, and the thing is everybody had a profile picture.
Yeah.
And it was like these perfectly curated, like they looked like K-drama stars, like so nicely lit photos.
Yeah.
So these other people were like, let's crash it. Because like, what's a quiet room? And the thing is everybody that so the way that you're divided on Clubhouse is like there's the stage where you have the opportunity to speak, and there's the audience where you can only listen but you can't speak. Yeah. So what they would do is they would join these rooms and they would change their pictures to match what the majority has. So they would change their photos. Okay. Then they would like raise their hand to request to join the stage.
But if it's a quiet room, why would you even accept that?
Yeah. Because so there was a glitch that they discovered where you would request to join and then like you leave or something, right?
It was like some hack that they found that you can get into a room and become a speaker without ever having to
get accepted,
and your name and everything would not show up.
That's
so you
what
were
I
like a ghost. They called it ghosting. Yeah, because you would just be in the room and you would have the mic, but no one would see that you're there.
And the crazy thing is like the way that Clubhouse works is like was it called the hallway, I think, where like the main page where you see all the rooms that your friends are in, and like you would know where everyone is because you would see like 50 people that you follow are all in one room. You're like, oh, something's about to happen. Yeah. So we all join, and then there's these like guys on there, like I don't even remember what they were like reading Quran, telling them to take the shahada.
Oh my god. Nice representation, guys.
No, it was just like, and then like the poor people were like, we're just trying to like study or whatever they were trying to do. They're like, can you please stop? but yeah, Clubhouse was a cultural reset back in 2020/2021. But BeReal, basically the whole it's like a play on words. It's like telling you like be real because you download the app and then I don't know how often it is. This one says maybe once a day, like every day at a different time throughout the day. Everyone on the app gets a notification at the same time and tells you to share a photo within 2 minutes of what you're doing in that.
I remember hearing about this.
Did you hear about it?
Oh no, I didn't. I don't remember the name, but there was someone who was talking there. Like I think it was, that girl Zahra,
Zahra.
Zahra. Yeah, I think she was like, "Yo, someone's got a conspiracy for this thing. Like, for some reason, I always get the notification when I don't have my hijab on, and I have to like throw it on or something like that. But I don't know if it was for BeReal or one of those sites where like you take a photo every day of yourself. But I remember it mentioned that you're taking a photo every day. I didn't know if it was BeReal though.
Oh, okay, it might be another one, but like that's the whole concept is like it's allowing you to show who you are without any filters.
But like, what does it do with the photos?
I think everyone can kind of just.
I think it's supposed to be like Instagram stories. So it's supposed to be like be real, like you have to show whatever you're doing in that moment. Yeah. Like you don't have time to edit it or whatever. It's just like something very authentic about whatever you're doing in that moment. And you can only post once a day.
Okay. And
I saw a TikTok where this person was a millennial. They're like, oh my God, millennials are the new boomers because they will like take a photo if they're working from home of their screen. And a lot of people are working like in where they have like confidential information, right? And so that like
why are people taking photos of the screen?
I don't know. But then in the comments, people were like, if you're taking a photo of your screen, I'm going to read it. Like I'm going to screenshot, zoom in and I'm interested. Like I want to know what you're doing. And then people got in trouble because you're
showing literally like confidential information.
Yeah, but
people were actually doing that.
Yeah, but I think because the app, like, I mean, I guess the app is big-ish, but it's not Instagram or Twitter big where like you could get fired. I don't know if they got fired, but yeah.
Have you started using it?
No, I don't think I will.
Why not?
Because it's just I don't think I will. Why, are you gonna use it?
I would use it.
All right, let's download it.
Okay, we'll download it and we'll see how it works. You download it too.
Yeah,
we'll download it right now and then put our first post.
Well, you have to wait till you get the notification. You can't just post. Yeah.
And it comes like random time.
Yeah, like
but then how about if it comes at nighttime while you're sleeping?
I don't think so. I don't know if it will. I mean, then if you wake up, you wake up, and if you don't, you miss it.
I guess so, yeah.
Maybe there's like a point
because he said
it's
the same time for everybody, right?
Oh. Maybe
like
not.
My sister was getting them while we were in Turkey, and she was like, "Do you want to be in my BeReal?" And she'd take like a random picture.
Yeah. Like a selfie?
You can do whatever. Oh. She did selfies some days. I think some days she did.
And like people would follow you to see what your BeReal post is.
Yeah, like you could follow your friends. And I'm assuming other people too, but I thought it was an interesting concept.
Yeah, because I guess that could be like a nice thing to put together, like a nice compilation at the end of the year of like what you've done. You know how they have those like 1 second of every day?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that, but I don't have the memory or dedication to.
Well, now you have an app that will literally remind you.
to throwback to when that was Instagram, but now it's just.
Instagram's changed completely now.
Yeah,
we've lost it, guys. Do you guys even use Instagram that much anymore?
I use the cousin connection one. I think on my personal one, like I post stories and then every now and then like I'll post a vacation picture. Not because like I might like it and I just want to like archive it somewhere where I can go back and look at it and reminisce.
Maybe I should start like do you hold your account in high regard, like I'm only gonna post stuff here that I feel like is worthy of posting on there, or you just not care anymore?
Well, I made a second Instagram.
Yeah.
Like just one where like only people that I know in real life I'll follow. But it's too much work. So I just deleted it. Because I'm like, I'm not going to use this. I'll just, like, if anything, that's why there's that close friends function. Like, if you just want to post something for the sake of posting and you don't care, just post it on your close friends and you won't be judged by it. But I feel like now, like, I don't know. I would think twice about what I post. You know?
Yeah, I guess because now we know that people are watching it.
Yeah,
and especially if it's public.
Yeah, it is public. So.
And but like I don't know. I feel like because now everybody wants to be like some type of like social media star or influencer.
Yeah.
So people kind of taking it too seriously. But I want to get to that space where like you didn't take it seriously, like back in the day when it first started.
BeReal. Let's download it. I think.
Oh yeah, we're literally talking about that concept. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's just download it and we'll try it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You can still take your Instagram and be like not serious about it.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like now I want to get back to that where I don't take it as seriously, even though I don't use it. But like I want to be able to use it. But the reason I stopped using it is because like I felt like I was taking it too seriously, if that makes sense.
When?
Like I wouldn't post whatever I wanted. I would only post if I thought I had a good picture or whatever. But now I'm like, even if it's not like a good picture, I'll still post it on there.
You know what the Gen Zers do?
It's not like people are looking at photos anyways.
The whole thing about Gen Z is imperfect is perfect. So they'll post that blurry picture. Yeah. That's the aesthetic. If it's like perfectly curated, it's like, oh, you're a tryhard.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that then.
Yeah.
Post one tonight. We'll go.
What are your options? Let's go through it.
I don't know. We'll check after this.
Okay, fine.
Okay, guys. Thank you again for listening. Make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 2K, guys. This has been like kind of off the cuff episode for coming back for season 3. You know, but you know it's been a bit crazy couple weeks. So please be, what do you call it? Forgiving or like. Patient, you know.
Thank you guys for understanding.
Exactly. Thank you for understanding. And yeah, remember to follow us on all our social medias and we'll see y'all next week, inshallah.
Bye.